is rather supposed to do that. Coach is also many players head that treatment. Chibo show no get Canadian tremo. No jam go.
By system the chairman different.
The system, yes,
yeah. Se penino didn't see a wuram na mabontia me kasa sia. Because chairman players in it to se bia maso kron de koyesia. Ketchna beti players ama so di atem mas said no mu kan sikedi. But penino be kan.
That is when people have to show leadership. So your chairman no be kasa sem chano kan se masa. He's your coach. Ono na asem ba na team na anya dia ona me pam no ona me friend busa no question. I don't have anything to do with you. Seven brothers you tell me say bibi ankoye e was sports so Jimmy no guzo gumi no be friend me
aye
me kodi de gumi so na me so de gumi so
aye
as simple as that get enum any oguzo gumi so mo timi fit on target na say o we na banjifo no na say figures no me yie ni hwan ya ye from kon kan e go blow my mind chiroma. Organize meeting. That is how the system is supposed to run. You know, also organogram the year Juma. Ain't Dr. Che from management. No what doing power correct. You call the management into your office. Wait here, Georgia Makuniko Kenye, Masokro as the head of the technical team. Wait here, no one can who can wait there, no one can. The maximum we take is on the back of Ventin is playing on the players. Many what the players also. No, son me feel say, but only players and say you know dear. Oh, tears the French press be by Rama the dressing room. No, 100 year on me only the respect here. Oh, or your penibia or body bra.
Yeah.
And brother or Bobby Panya me shan so. What I say? Osika. It was so much money. I was all respecting it. Some jump when him now on your mokasasa. Oh, the meeting.
Machamatio, say, O Caflon President or Womodi. A bit to me so possible so much and be a to be in India. Because Nancy Okoto hazard 100 million euros or Bobo Kakabia no Praka Kemnasi. Sometimes if you bet me a question, boy, not Nasaka Massa. The cost of many young to see. But Chamanti, Dr. Diano, or you be on the Dinsiki room. And so her. Oh, TSF Florentino President is issue. A Florentino President make a chairman, and I make us say, eh, dear, or bet me a co, and it has a no music or by no man. Chairman,
language. Where do you chairman? Language, no. Who's a buffo, Ayana. Oh, sometimes Ayana, they were quite hard, you know. You see, you don't take certain decisions when you're angry.
Chama, minim sebia when your time in a Kotoko place in the Coma. So said the no did binum did in Como. Adia I call so no. Players in the Krajitum say Casa Doctor Nom Casa, Nikwan. Players in the Bijutum, Bijutum. A beautifully disrespected. But me must make can say the BRD we are near the Kubu. Was a air phenomenon you come say, I your pump coach, your pump chairman, a times your pump players, Sarkasano, and yet football talk. Play a bien one sorry, I would very free the fee and find a back bitch to over Bobby. Obitin baby, Mako Fanaba. They know who you are the fan. Me, Master, no, I beg you over free. You got you can buy. Na on can a slide it. No I can say a netty no bad. Christopher Nati.
$35,000. Oh, certain decisions and Euro some nine was abdominal. Sunny money in
Africa had
you should deal with the matter head on many points and your players no. Deal with Masokro, deal with your management. Mama Sogan said, Kajamaso, una players, you are una head of the technical team. I am tasking you.
Chairman and say okay Napoli, De Laurentiis. Okay, so now results unko you. Or key players.
Or local players are same na tono. You na players move you bizo mu team ni nyina. Because they are no omo yam kora bia mo. The Americans say footballers they say born adwuma no. It's about omo professionals. Even though they have a community, you haven't told me yam kora. But some of them have families. Inti only deal now so deal with respect. Metiase chema bufo ne metiase o. And they will say, come to your right side.
Maybe a choice of words.
Choice of words in front of the players. I mean, also, yes, sir. Maybe men on me. Oh, say, but from Oma from a German. From a Genoa, what blasting on. someone call no go yi would you catch us go in the next 2 matches will lose I will sack you yeah
I know the can there no
words me yes to na yes na say do have squad there last match me say the unprintable words and this ebufo ne ba on free ho de bia kokko no free system na go da so anyame na dom na ojuju ne kokko na de echi you're dealing with the matter so what I say but when go players in there me I don't blame them obi in America go born America go to America about what side also do nim no ye no
players no
do nim e no ye no yet go ma say who the 25 I go for friend say abegi who the 35 I go for Christopher say 25 35 60
also munya proper structure
60 who say Victoria Adebayo me na go for any abri who can 60 bo mu anka who go anko money
say Victoria Adebayo no ko be ka Dr. Chena Mukromi wo ko hwe na odije na ebo wafo bi no awka so waka ho player bi
e bia omo hwe say skaka share for one player no but the thing say okay ka sabe players ni bi omo ya yen sabio omo ya yen wura na who can bomb bebre na ti bi top papa ba ko
ene ye ka say be pam bi
ti da bia maton mapam na coach aban mapam no now so it means that you should have a policy so this is maybe the kind of players you pay and it's the nekopa Jose say make say yeah Freddie coach Freddie or the Tony Apia on for UK aba and the agents makoma 17 Olympiacos agent Chelsea agent Arsenal kona go to abrofo no and almost carton kora nkra omo ni free abrocha be organize organ ha say omo panda 17 year for the oma koma brochiri teams okoma do not say the team organize high school ni akure obobo use your automatic you don't have the policy and when say say obi agidin no ma go fana ba omo bokotoko si William Opoku bi wo wako aba kam Poku bi wo go fana ba ata ogwa sazi okọ
Richard Ata no
omo mukoba no to dey also mbaru ga so jomo because kotoko mo omo mukoba ne ngofo a wagoba amfa obepe kakra kotoko
chama kotoko no bone de edu ba bi a odwen ho a hontia se bi ko obi ho a obetini di bi ko ntu kwan okrumo ya obo pa so ba kotoko ntimi mo
so you players where they can play big teams
now
but me chawa de you untina say football na science when you said that planning na you
kotoko tiwe chairman
you want kofo that is what I'm saying that youth teams no youth teams no make sure say you call Manchester when Freddie turning youth teams no you train it will yan kakaka na you build big game temperaments how to even speak in front of camera yet and you throw mo no mo yan kakaka and until maybe obi ma psychologists be am kai so catch e bednum say kotoko no ade ebo mo o that time coach na na ebo no any interior sense ade no and they say the body gina nchen wa na obo how do you do atama wote normally players are more exceed at that level and they play very well in the Premier League o study because when you say now go jam ababu me dey be park on the bego on the bego
Christmas me ko
sabo no man for to chacha wa chiri. It is all correct because everyone so do at
how crowd we create supported me change
that is here that level if so that temperament me boa what you bontina here I'm not going to call esabe gina na so pa doing hebenum days no look at the players around Bobo Steve Nodro Emba Power no Pasi Ninja all those boys were Kumasi boys who played Colts in Kumasi boys omo ball power Kumasi eti possible gina stadium no akwa to do for no wa gene fans na Ninja akwa hinsa for akwa gene fans we tawusie no akwa me kumfo enye rocket science am ne kotoko na ne sa obi afri ba bia akofo bia ba say obebo kotoko because kotoko ni obi scout management member great team go radio presenter eti transit no wa didi obi hu anod ne ko yensan no ne asan no sa ne team it is a kase ya chairman kase ide nana
chairman
obeka bia ka ho start on some players ombesa kase bi
and they say recruitment also mean
of course they should have a recruitment policy your player do how you the Barcelona pel your player do how the Real Madrid in pel team bia on the policy or the type of players or pay also there obi share ko to ko no yire no kakra bia na ko to ka fa no
yes yen ko fa na mra
so do you understand you can't do the same thing and expect different results and your science and no
number 1 Akan radio station in Nhyira 104.5 FM at the most educative radio sports show at the Ebramo Efri Ejuada Ekosi Memeda na Ejuada Ekosi Fiada anopa bia ebono nsia pausima aduana Ekosi nonso a yato ne din Premier Sports sanso ene awia yetena se biem anopa nonkono ebo pausima aduana na kan radio station open somehow do a yaboa no kakra efia manane yede eno so da wana fie wia na fe chairman kankan boadu so na pamfo enso etimi ato ansem no so de amano pay me so be hyensem na say de fie no UEFA Champions League games a eno so etimi to adwana no a oduani HS Naples na Napoli etena fie ene Barcelona de boani ebe obi a hye ne yonko ka ba ko no anya asem ketoa eno Brante fence Antoine Griezmann eno eto atena de ma Barcelona sanso ena Dries Martins so no ede ba ko so so eno Stamford Bridge and no bridge ni kobugum and no Eugene Abadi kumu team Chelsea won eye ja obi amu yelo to gente wo eye baby etese eye agreke kwada so ano pema me mfanto just Chelsea 40 fie ema eno Bayern for to omo shome kamiensa e bra Chelsea so ntimianti bi na sa match me to di kwada mesrem se eno pa Chelsea supporters no etina mo vim set my friends Bayern team no mobetimi akwa akosho mo eno ne Chelsea ni bia kasa ene ye betete Bayern one Chelsea ni bia kasa na se masa eno Bayern team mo ewuram e wo London no na enya asem keto no a wo mo kona na Chelsea for kamiensa Chelsea wo mo so ntimi antikanim bi Abrante Afansa Sergio Bre wono ebo double Samson na Robert Lewandowski e de ba koso so ma Bayern shamiensa e bra Chelsea for so ntimi ante sanso ene no a ma ewura nsem fufuro ma me mfanto jase no Abrante Afansa Kingsley Coman wono eye player de ma club ye fansa Bamini cannot pay report amen second and second silicoma no wepra and no brand no ko pra no ye so betena fie be say 5 days nya de so no e betimi abo game ni binti ye say ye hwerum say e bia nyam bia adoma return leg no na kin silicoma ho ato no ko ade a na chese say return leg no wono so betimi asi akan e de ama club friends say Bamini no e report no pay e form so so ba betodwa na anopa se bi kan tu dwa mesrawo ye kan nyina ye stream live on Facebook enti mesrawo ugrom e Facebook a on so betimi a follow so na fe on so ahwese de dwumadie ni siko pem so ko Facebook ade nyina ne se wo ba hwehwe Nhyira 104.5 FM wo do nya hu page na yesrawo na wo like page ne de amayen wo like page ne wie na afo so watimi a share live video na da honom na so na mfono matimi a hwe bi ano pem hu se nipa over 600 eguso a wo mo so monitor show no etimi so join feed no ne hu se ne kore woni e na ekọ akopem se nyame adoma ebebo awia dumie na afie ya sore free fidie so no pay me obi te sa Wonder Boy wono monitor so no sanso na Adam for par radio for enso e wo Paris France so money fa show no ama Ghana de show so no ejinam e wo Paris so etimi monitor show no Mr Isaac Jumo ono na director and say CEO da Adam for par radio ano pay Mr Jumo memo a wonderful morning me wie be ka so wate sanso e obi ete se Daniel Adam Dankwa enso monitor show no na fake Kingsley Alta wono so hwe bi Vincent Yeboa enso hwe bi na fe to say Gideon Osepoku and so Jinamu live na fina na forcing Klinsman na meniampon and so monitor show no and a real badman GH so Jinam and a Rich Dia one so monitor show no Bella and so Ishak Hussein Shakino one so Jinam and a Fobi at Sana na Kwame Desi and a Richard Osu Nyamiche and on Penny Bebre Negusua one so monitor show no or buy him a Messi Abua and so Joseph and a Fipra and a Jaribes Macanom woman nyina girema no pay a wo so monitor show no and afi Usu Benjamin and afi Richard Obimbe Diakon and eye Ruben Dia and obi te say Isaac Nyamecha Kwaboa wono so monitor show no and afi Kofi Safoken and so hwebi afani Christian so ginam na afi James Boatin and Edu Kwame no and afi obi te say Abbas Gideon eye Goro Abbas wono so hwebi and afi obi te say Eduardo Usu nipa ne bebrebe ne guso no pay a wo so monitor show no crucial ke Edu Gas no vin and no ke Edu nya message no babara bebia na me wono mentimi anhweti nyame adma bia onso betimi adu asem no ho nkomo ena fe imarenso a enso ehwedwumade na no pay wo mo monitor so ne dosom Mr Eric Obafoso no enso ewo Ohio wa America Sam Tuga enso ewo Melan sanso na akọje ebabi te se eye Belgium obi te se amofa ena fe obi enso te se Sheriff no eye number 1 baba wono so ginam ewo Gent or Belgium no wo nyina nso Johnny Feed na no pay a wo so monitor so Pato Landry and so enya join feed no na amso no permanent onsem no so na menko club a ye fan se Napoli no game a wo mo ene ba so na for boy bra ye wie game no bia se ne yenko ka ba ko no anopa ye kobusa Napoli for president a ne din Ede Aurelio De Laurentiis no ye kobusa papa se papa na no da Messi begina ye San Paulo stadium o e bobo ade tia club a ye fan se Napoli na no pay reporter ya papa no anase ansa papa na de man se ntwerefo no se ye kobusa papa se no pa se nkonya Messi e wo team fan se Napoli anko pa ana anase bia daachi bia nom yebo se bia Messi ne contract ya bewu e wo club friends Napoli nom yensa yanase ni behu abrante fe ne se eye Messi e wo club ani din enso de Napoli ana eno na president ni bia na no a wo se ansentro for pa de du ba bia ha dweno etiano pa Messi aba begina Napoli for stadium a wo bobo nto bia hu no edi enti ne yese bebu sanse Messi e bia daachi bia no oba be bobo de ma club friends Napoli obusan sentro ni ba ko semasa eti hu Messi ana na sentro ni ka chance ame hu Messi ma hu se Messi gina park no sa ha ene ekona ko he se 1% Messi ba Napoli dia ene Messi ni gina park no so monko na mo so monko se ne kra branch no enso gina park no so osi akan e de etiana Napoli boboko nom papa no ye no sereye e no dan na cheche ono so nom etimi kopie mo ne baabi na eno na ne coach afanse Gennaro Gattuso me kana Napoli fo coach nom wono so anapai ye kobu sanse nyame ya adoma return leg no betimi akosha Barcelona e wo camp no etimi qualify e bi kwa wantimi anso mo a wono no osusu se bia daachi bia nom ono so betimi qualify enso Camp Stadium wo eno na Gattuso se wo se sa match na Napoli ne Barcelona for bobo second leg nom wo so mbeye duo betimi bia so mo tusu nom wo mo enja ba kokro ofie wo mo ni bibia kopiem na wo Barcelona o mo stadium a ye fa ne se Camp no mbeye duo betimi bia se sa match nom wo mo so betimi adi nkonim na eno no wo kirem se even kura no se wo se Napoli team nom wo mo timi ko toto helmet na fe amokas ne ade edi kopiem e wo man a ye fa ne se Spain ko bo e boni tia Barcelona saade no sarabia Napoli team no enso betimi adi nkunim de akonanim eno ayensema no pay eno nso from nso so ababeto dwa na Barca na nso so no pay de men say kan say yanye careful nyame adma second leg no e bia Barca for enshada enya players omo ya outfield players no omo enya more e mo nyina park no so nsia kan former team one ye fensa Barcelona unim se branche a ye fensa Suarez epra na fe Osman Dembele wono so epra na eno game omo boy no branche fensa Jarapiki wono so akwa na Jarapiki kura de ne de dia mensa kan say yanye careful e bi kura classico a nyame adma weekend ye ba so no e bia na Jarapiki entimi ansia kan amfama Barcelona eno acho bi ete say abrante fensa Sergio Roberto wono so reporter mensa kan ene say abrante won wi adachi bia no wono so entimi mo second leg ni bi na fe Jordi Abansu timi mo bi na eno game na course no abrante fensa Sergio Busquets no akwa di yellow card a wonya accumulated yellow card nyame adma return leg no against Napoli wono so ntimi mo bi na eno Arturo Vidal enso kodi red card ntie say coach offense kike setien ya ba be ne dadwene essence nei striker koto no anasa Barca for koto offense Martin e Braithwaite no reporter men say kan sa akoda no enya de Champions League ne de obetimi abobi La Liga match sepe na Martin Braithwaite no enso betimi asi akadema Barcelona team no etinyame ya doma de men say kan ene say nyame ya doma second leg no wan hwe ya Barca for wom ebetimi anya best 10 outfield players sepe ena wombeye available edi esi akan e second leg nim edi ama Barcelona team nti ebehwe se bia daachi bia ne players no womo prepare no e bia na ebi ho atimi akoto mo na eno ne ekobusa racket se papa na se Barcelona for squad no wo return leg no eno mamu ya be dene edi ama Barca team se bi krompa first 11 kra no ebeye dene se Barca for ebetimi nya first 11 ama mo si akan de ama mo nyame ya no return leg no eno ena even racket bia na no a wo se de ekoso Barcelona no wono de on shede ni asem papa bia ka de fa ho womo mo in charge senka Barcelona squad no womtimi toto players kukudam edo mo ba no woma anyom adwuma de a wono racket no bibia enso eka ne fa ho eno ayensema Brante ne betu dwa semedi kan ne tu dwa no se Jarapiki nyame adma weekend classico no e bia na Brante ne ntimi ansia kan amfama timi reference Barcelona salsa Brante no eno nso yese ne anke wo ba bi ne ni chese ne ntino ba bi no wono so atimi akoto este ne nan na yanye careful e bia na Jarapiki enso ntimi ansia kan amfama club reference Barcelona e wo classico nim na se report am nse kan ene se ne Barca for wo mu team B players ni bi na bia coach reference Setien betimi promote wo mom amom so atimi abo Champions League ni bi obiti se Ansu Fati wo ho wo betimi abo game ni bi ena fa branch reference Recruitment so no report am nse kan se san kora mienum e bia daachi bia no coach a reference Kiko Setien e betimi promote wo mom e de wo beka eye senior team no ho amom so atimi asia kan e de amakra reference Barcelona no a wodwani eche eye Nepo stadium ha me Napoli for stadium eno na nya asem ketwa eno Napoli supporters no ebinum ebo Messi din na ebinum so bo Diego Maradona din unim say Brante fan said Messi woni Diego Maradona before eno game no na supporters no do na no o ma start eye sa comparison no na ebinom ebusa se nei abrante fense Diego Maradona wone Messi wone nimbo ne bo etiano akọ stadium a yes stadium efani pa be 44,000 yes enno na nya asem ketua yes supporters ni pa be 40,000 ebimo ano mo budget Maradona so almost start Diego ne ebimo so budget so Messi enno a stadium na nya asem ketua Messi ne Maradona wane nimbo bo enno Napoli supporters ni chom mienum en Manchester enno fans no na enya asem ketua me ko Chelsea game a wo mo so ne Bayern Munich for boy na Fanto Jasa Branch Fencer Jorginho, one also reporter in second, and say Yamiad my second leg, one send on the yellow card, Codianum, Ebiano Sonum, and to me, I'm second leg, Gibby, and Farmer Club Fencer Chelsea in Tonosonum, air course suspension, and Kakra to Janam Senapoli team, no. And yet, yes, sir, one any Spanish clubs in be at me Asia or UEFA Champions League, a knockout facing him, at me a qualified. Woman, let's go be bar for boy, a baby a chama, let's go be bar for you, Mufrim, and I from the Valario, and so by man Valario Fonsonum, it's me, you Mufrim, from the Madrid super boy, make a Real Madrid team, one more a Napoli so boy, a Bra Napoli Fonson, to me in Madrid from film, it's the Remesaka, and the San Napoli Fonum, one more ain't me and pass and knock around and at the Bribia, one more Ebesia Spanish teams, it's in Yamiad, my second leg in a bebe, Sebia Sargent. O metimi break na se bi o mutimi mreki a wonim se enno Messi enso kodi yellow card o sa game nim na anope riska emete ne se nyame yadoma return leg no se koba se Messi ekodi yellow card biemu dia na chese Barca for ewuram e quarter finals ni mu a yanye care for Messi enso entimi quarter finals ni bi emfa Emma club ni din enso de Barcelona ni nyina ne se no Messi ni yellow card no kodi enom enya de se no so timi bua no me ko Chelsea aso ebiemu a anope dia men se kan. And say, in a soccer Chelsea team, yes, I record my baby. In fact, a record and shada enkoye, best 35 to 36 years in year. Yes, it's my friends at Chelsea. One more Lusu, 8 matches at Stamford Bridge in all competitions. I feel not just said the last time a Chelsea team, a beat me 2 woman 1985-86 season. So time the best in there, best 34-35 years in and yet, yes, beat me sida. I'm a Chelsea team, let me Lusu 8 a young matches at Stamford Bridge. They said they're bridge you for Bogum. Bamini Fanya ko buag mama say and no man sadam fa and which my men some fan to just a Chelsea team and not training na a Bamini for the koshom I was Stamford Bridge yes way I am heaviest ever margin defeater woman said me aka e European competition mu ofie it's no record na dia Frank Lampard obubu ni nyina and so kakra and so ba betodwa ye kwanya me adman games ni bi e baso na ene games eba so no ma me mfa nto jase numere yi ebo 8 o'clock Lyon na fie ene Juventus abo sa brena na Madrid enso et Santiago Bernabeu ene Man City fonso de abo ni na sa ma chanyame adma eba so between Madrid ene Man City game no ene yekobusa Madrid for coach Fencer Zidane yekobusa Zidane say nei o Pep Guardiola ye pe the best coach in the world osusu Pep Guardiola no ene the best coach in the world na eno ene Zidane bie na no a wo say in fact Guardiola wa coach Barcelona wa coach Bayern Munich nei o coach club Fencer Man City was say a normal Guardiola etima ye football mu no one of the top coaches no bia no etima ye bi eto no Zidane de Osena dwene mu no won say oh the best coach in the world ye Pep Guardiola no ye nsoma Zidane enso e de aba betudwa eno achi ye kobusan say na Brent Fencer de Nazard no da ben e na Brent na ebetima bobo biem ye afi e de ama club Fencer e Madrid no and as Zidane bie na no a was say pa de in fact aye dene so betimi decide anase bi obetimi aka chance ntro for say bia ene anase bi ochena anase bi 2 months time na branch a ye Fencer de Nazard ebetimi ababa ka besi akan e de ama club Fencer ye Real Madrid sanse nei a branch na se de bia wo pira ni pira no ye akwa ye nsempi e wo timi Fencer Madrid no ye nsema Zidane e sanso de so na Osman Dembele enso ye player de matimi Fencer Barcelona anope ma me mfantu just Dembele e player wo player wo timi Fencer Barcelona nyina chi no ye sa branch ne entourage no me ka ne agent for no yes waka tro mo so no padie wonye na adwen team Fencer Barcelona obeja ne ne eja ne kine so peso otena hɔ a esi aka ne team Fencer Barcelona fi wono so timi prove no se ne kore obetimi abobo enso e de ma Barcelona team no eno e kakra fi branch ne so aso aba betodwa na Cristiano Ronaldo so no pay reporter men say can say enno a branch no so timi ye training ama Mauricio Sarri etimi appraise a branch Fencer Cristiano Ronaldo o se nyame adma ne wo mo game mo ne Lyon for kwa akobo e wo eye France memo no wo mo e hwe no so mo so betimi adi nkunim na ne nyina mu no wonim se coronavirus ni fa sa ya de we outbreak ne se nya tie so mo Fencer Paris o e na France memo ye se mia bebrebe se nya tie so na anope reporter men say kakra ne se ye se anope so odum e wo Paris a ye se ni pamienu etimi awu e wo sa corona coronavirus nim ama no per report am say kan say yes 2 mayors omom owo Lyon eye sabebo no omo de aba beto gya say enka hu behia say enka hu behia say kamado supporters no yema omo Emma Stadium emhwe sa match ni bi esan say ne coronavirus say de si edi ahini e wo omo France Paris na say France memo no eni ayeden etine report am say kan say Morizo Sarri say ankono pa de nkonya ya nka supporters ni enya omom emhwe sa match bi san say ojo ndo su sisa say nkomo baya anka betimi aboa amatimi France Juve no eno manyina so etimi akoedi amomo eno eyensema papa no enso edi abeto gye de ho nsem edi emam dwumadie so Chelsea abrante a ye France Kepa Arrizabalaga abrante unim sasama no na Chelsea for mpanyifo yi ska bebrebe de koto goalkeeper de ne bae omde ne bae se ne record ne nye goalkeeper na nsenje so amobo na nya fopo mu pe ebe kwa koto atenem ano per report am se kan se Frank Lampard onom eye manager de maklaba ye fe ne se Chelsea no se de am se ne o Chelsea wo ya fed up goalkeeper ye fe se Kepa no wo se nyame adma same bia obetimi de Brandon de akọ Atletico Madrid na fi wo de bebe se 30 million euros bi de aka hom na fi Jeno Blacka wono eda goal de maklaba fe se Atletico Madrid no wono so etimi akọ fan de na ba eno a reporter na pay free Chelsea enso ba betodwa na wonim se Arsenal so no wo strike offense Pierre Emerick Aubameyang ne contract on team offense Arsenal for no enchene ne nyina ebewe nyame adma esamayi ebia ne nyina ebewe na reporter men se kan ene se Arsenal for mpanyin forces abiante offense Pierre Emerick Aubameyang so betena se permanent contract na bewe de ene ebia samayi o mehwese ebia se sika ketua bi kura ba o metima agya no nso akosia kan enso e de makra fofre no eyensema ano pay free Arsenal for nso aba betodwa na eno adwani HS Sky Sports so a mame emfanto jase no former players mienu Liverpool player ye fancy Jamie Carragher one former Manchester United captain ye fancy Roy Keane na omote Sky Sports so na ade sen komodidie ekoso na Jamie Carragher e de koto jase ne Liverpool team no omo atimi anya more points e de a Manchester United for omo treble team na the year 1999 omo team je Champions League e je FA Cup Sansu G League no after 27 games so Jamie Carragher chiremu a oso matimi anya more points e de a Manchester United omo treble team no wode san 72 dwape na Roy Keane yi na no e no zema sanade asem na se oje to Premier League wie na se ma meda ba ko pe na dan ye kira ultimate kan kira se ai na onya more points at the Manchester United sa treble team no sa time no United treble team no mo je trophies makoma ko miensa etine se Liverpool for pom nya sa de ne bi na o munya sa ai na nya more points at the chance sa treble team no eno eye answer no pe Roy Keane so no e de ekoma eye Jamie Carragher no husem enso betodja ye do husem de ma dwumadie so nim se na no that boxing bout kase e ba so make heavyweight boxing na no timi course between Deontay Wilder and Brandon Edin edit Tyson Fury and opema me mfanto just said Deontay Wilder don't say buy to negusu ekoso no ni trainer ba ko eto tao edugum na reporter no pemensa kana se Deontay Wilder na yese ne buafu brutal trainer no ne din ede mark eye Breland yeso akache wa panse masa o ntimi ne nya adwuma biem sanse ono sa tamo true in town no na ko betimi ato aso akontokwa no enti won tia sese sa ne coach ne koye sa de ntenei won ne ba beja adwuma o so papa no won sheda eni vima ye de kontokwa enti won ntimi ne nto aso nya adwuma biem eno eye kakra efi abrante fanse Deontay Wilder efi ono so ne camp wo ba no achi wuram e Tyson Fury wono so ne camp wa ma me mfanto jase ne trainer kwa ye fan say Sugar Hill eye steward on so no ensema no power kanyina ne say wonim say bout na course no wo say Deontay Wilder na Brandon na ne koto dwanyina wo no waye mre no aprepra ne ade eto say say bout ne ba so no wo mo catch so betimi aboa Brandon fan say Deontay Wilder no eto onko gina ring nim no onkoto ankoko ntokwa no nemu mo say say atman ntokwa na ba so no na chese pra enso so hye no ho eno eye kakra no so free ho ba no pay ye de ho nsem ede mamo na Cristiano Ronaldo so no pay Odwani eche Portugal memu a abrante bi e de chocolate e de akwa Cristiano Ronaldo statue e fe brutal no pay se wo ko Facebook live abon se de sa picture ne de to e 120 kg e no e Cristiano Ronaldo ne statue a ye de chocolate e de akwa ye e 1.87 meters tall enti na da honom fefefe sa we de so nyina e chocolate o e na abrante no so de ne fefefe sa ne yi e ho nsem so wa beto na abrante ne din e de ho he e kadoso o yisu 200 hours e no de complete sa chocolate statue no e no se de ato live on Facebook
chocolate in your time.
Chocolate on the entire chairman.
Wow.
Chocolate 200 hours. No the years
200 hours. That's how
200 hours. One day create 24.
24. That is 200 hours. They send a kakobe 8 days and 8 to 9 days.
Wa calculate 224.
Because
almost 8.5 days.
Almost 8.
Boy,
wow, that's beautiful.
Boy,
I just we're live on Facebook. Who know? Say they are two Facebook live or
chocolate
image.
statue.
Yeah, we all your crowd, you know.
We cry no a chamber. Could be a babon, we cry chance about chairman. My men to us now, men fan to just a player friend Sama Alonso Susanna. A brand could do red card. I said the last time Chelsea play a BD red card, I was UEFA Champions League in April 2012. That time John Terry, one more Barcelona for the Copa Champions League semi-final, and a John Terry, and so Echo this red card. And a brand fan Sama Alonso, and so it's me a question. And now only gonna associate so and on Pedia mate and say Edward was saying Yamiad Masame or money £250 million on Fanko Jaso, now on copy players and Famra Manchester United team, and no air report and no pay, and also free hall by the Honsem, and so Edemam Jumadia. So Kennedy the guitar salad, Miss on a pesa, who team and I say, Bia, open home appliances are. At media kwa kusi dem anase bia electronics ni bia mesrew na do ani e de check Kennedy digital satellite so do odi kire ho a obetimi aboa na fe papa panom ono so etimi amobi 24 inches TV no ne bo eye 449 32 inches so bo nam eye 549 se bia opebia to akwakoton a eye 519 sanso na 40 inches no eye 890 na mesrew pe 43 inches a ukuta less than 1000 Ghana cedi 999 Ghana on sabetimi akaba banjuma fonso no se woda affordability package anase bia mesrew o salary ne fa controller Accountant General Department Officer, Odwani H. Kennedy, so ya de fa payslip ne ko obema flexible payment plan for the future dum meso so akwa duma busasa ope family plaza onye hu sa family plaza na first floor store number 21 na store number 22 Samson Patasi Main Street no odonya duru so be Adom House no oduru ha sa dan kro na mu no on sabeka Kennedy digital salary number no 0244385128 first number na on sabetimi aka Samson 0207 653031 FNCCA na on so kwajo normal na GT Bank for men can't so anopay so we salary work can be up bosia e de akwa akodi dwuma na se bia bosumia so entua oka e bia pebosia de ye wade bia wo se men can't say interest rate no say or matesom a 1.5% pent misrow for near facho maso number ni 0302 611 560 0302 611 560 first number na on sa ebetimi akom nyame ya aduma air classico ne baso on the 1st of March ye na Go TV for say men kanchi obi bia mo amu use Go TV no mo amu ni bia nyina say ene so ba 65 Ghana cedi pe obetimi anya Go TV Max ni bi na fe air classico no eye madu ne baso na no on so wetimi anya bia hwa nyame aduma na otwa wiye eti for the factual enkane no ena na ye bia ta oboase anase bia ta mampon to offense to tisunwane anase bia tachima takwane dunkwawa na e bia ope passport aya je so konkan eduru ba bi kwa so okope goro boy bi ekotua sika bebrebe de man enei Ghana Premium Passport Application Center ba yi wo mama passport ye no aya simple wo die nyina ne so obekuma so obekuma se akwadum Oku aduma busasa ope eye thankful heights eye building onye hu sa dan na edan kro na mu no na nsabeka Ghana Premium Passport Application Center anaso do adum no ayira busasa ye fa na dum Fidelity Bank wo anase bia bia press before guest house ni sinom onye duru obi abekere oduru ha your passport nyanom enye den tentem na omuso etima esa de ne de ma o me so se bi crowd do no wagira om number ni anase bia peso efeda inquiries a om number ni 0302 214944 0302 214944 first number na on sabetimi akomeso so padanse unu ma papa ni bia to bibiti se bia long span IBR anase bia IBR shingles ni bi any Erotas ni bi I know ni open in different types of colors a me so for ni fache Jack Expert Roofing odo ni chometimi aboa se bia open aluzinc ni bia process ni bia open the best kind of air alusing process na wo mo ebetimi amobi na de kra na se ebia wo site wo no wo nhyeda enhu de wonya wo ho a wo mo ankase betimi amomo engineers na ba eno no mo use capreba wo mo nyo hwe engineers na ba na for mo timi aba measure bibia de ma wo mo nyo hwe no ba yes ade ni nyina enso so e de ma so for ni facha tonsu mu na aku oduru ba bia press before junction wo na wo ben so cabet no ho na nsa beka Jack Expert Roofing for wo number na 05059 601 5455 059 601 5455 first number na onsa ebetimi akom betu for semen kancho se nyame adme ne matches wonti koso na beti obekọ www.betu.com.gh nya wuro mo ha obetimi abeti ama no manyina timi akoidi ama Rock Care Clinic Limited omom ena kofa vein capsules ne dia ba na vein capsules mesrom oyo ba na se bia ebema wo jonso problem bia jonso yade bia mesro na wanya vein capsules ne betimi atu yade ase nyina dia ma sanso na bema waye mre wo mpem wo de eye pakum bema wo kosie ni asesi anu agem for ni facha alaba ababu station ba bia sika fie ni sumi so oduru hɔ a
on Sabeka Rock Care Clinic Limited for Samson and Kind, Adenta Pantan Junction, so Daya Care TV woman, the same build Udrua on Sabetimia common number 0244183230 first Arambana on Sabeka Rock Care Clinic Limited for Franco Trading Enterprise and pay open mobile phone Papa Pet Miakura or mobile phone Kuta de Biebe for now mobile phone Doom one be now charge account one Mesos open mobile phone be at Sabia Samsung open Nokia Itel Techno Infinix Huawei Akata XTG and the Apple phones in Bia Mesram Obegram or Franco Trading Enterprise Obia open mobile phone accessories in Bia maybe to say Bia memory cards and pen drives and smartwatches and power banks and maybe at a cell phone protectors in Bia who gramo also on 17 Kabiko Doom baby Babu Bazaar for Dynasty Elmo Benjaba House or on 17 Comsanson now call baby at a cell YFM Woduma one new shop okay Morocco also do any MTN for office who do on Sabeka Franco Trading Enterprise for woman number 0245 316969 or first number 17 come for 4 party and so basso me ba beka ho asem de acho na yenkom eye Let's Go Savings Salons asoye en kan e banga ne form say AFB Ghana say some rebrand omo ho now omo brandi omo honom say say from Let's Go Savings and Loans mesro or say some more for new opportunities e bia na ye salary worker o pebosia de ya de a obetimi akombe mo bi sanso na individual bi and na pebosia akombe mo bi na corporate investment na peso ya o de for ni fache Let's Go Savings and Loans asoye omo ekuta 2 million customers across the country it is so kwa na tim say no kore adwuma mo bontinom and omo kuta sa customers no o do ani chance for baby a senate office no na on sabetimi akom sanso na bantama baby a Silvercrest Dynasty ni mu pe and na duro Sebekan Let's Go Savings and Loans number 0570949016 so first number nam on sa ebetimi akomesrawo bia no waware na ebia pe bebia be honeymoon anase bia oba be ware o pe bebia be honeymoon anase bia o person wedding reception anase bia ye kura na moye na ebia mpese mo ye after party be na the birthday parties na de na mpese mo ya momfumani emfanche True Vine Hotel oko True Vine Hotel enya semketoa wo mo facilities na enya semketoa ye brutal na de kura so mo environment no ye serene environment aso kwa ye spacious na ade ho security nso ye tight kwa wo mo rooms no so ho ye kama na ebi kura mpa bia na nkonkoda ho na ebia wie beboy open nuane bia bia local foods bi o pe fufuo ni ampesie ene bia banku ne tilapia bi ne banku ne nkrumankwan bi anase bia bode asonson bi na adia wuram True Vine with tometimi amobi na continental dishes ne jai bibi to say jollof rice nya asem keto jollof yi 11 pa ene fried rice ne yes tomato sauce ne ade ni nyina so pe bi adia oko True Vine hotel sabetimi akabi ne bonso dafom etimi so kwa hojo onye duru ahojo run about no sese busa se ehemfa ena True Vine hotel obi abekyerom anase so duru no wayera me so mo namba ne gine sesi anetro number no 0205 322 331 0205 322 331 first number na onsa ebetimi akomsanso ana fufuo party ne chairman baso na nyame ya adoma on the 6th of March makase bebia wo bia no sa ade we de nyu mfamfrim eye free o bana kuta apotoyo a o de mfam kuta kura faso a mese wa de apotoyo akese pa beba no menu ne bedi abom o ba ye twafufo ndi ato apotoyo eno a mia kasa me bra panyin bi abega frem so furo ba be dibi nti amano ne fo na mo bani nyina so bi amra fufo ne ye ba de mu ye nimu he ye nhyira fem nimu ye we mfa nko ba bia ye woni tim ye wi ani asan kwan aguso ne abom tokuro ne amenu ne se okura etimisiro ba bia wo bia nyame ya adoma on the 6th of March ne the Independence Day no uni ba bia kwa haya fufuo ne free wudi fufuo de wudi na no pa ebetime gina ho akopim se ade besam etime so se bia e choba bi na person do ho jima no afa number 0542 545-947 no first number na onsa ebetimi akan na fo so do ho aba bejim na dwumadie LR natural for wom account bi ne de sa fufu party de eba se ne yo ba na opese onya hips papa ebia se bi oto no ba bia afon na bia pese kese kama odu ani choma so metimi a boys ana mani nyina bi dia ma me so mo number ni 0542147030 o first number na onsa ebetimi akomsan so na Kennedy digital satellite anke Ken wono so kan bon de o se nyame admo ne 6th of March no what did the best fufu pounding machines no the more edeba eno ene edibo fufu no etimi so nyame adma okọ Kennedy aso na se bia pe fufu pounding machine bia onsa ebetimi akeme number ni 0244385128 o fe number na onsa ebetimi akomsansom na Fit Homeopathic Center no pay Mesro sebia utie misisi ade na wo so ana sebia da bia wo chi ya da bia se wani opose wani sa diabetes na wo so ene hepatitis B ni ade meso sexual disease nyina no odu ani Fit Homeopathic Center so ya wo mbetimi aboatu ase de mafoni efa cha hena makokoben uduru wa wo ho wo ebo adwuma sanso na Western region wo ewo Bogos na Nkran so no wo ewo so to wo number ni 0244583859 0244583859 first number na onsa ebetimi akomsanso na luminescence hair ɛno so ɛyɛ say virgin ɛno so etimi abadwama so amesrɛ wo ye oba na sɛ ebia opɛ ɛyɛ week papa etimi dia show ti so opɛ bi etimi to akoton a ɔmo number ni do wani kura kyerɛ ayedua se baabi a nyame mreku plaza hostel no na onsa ebetimi akomo number ni 0542 630 053 first number na onsa beka illuminescence hair na fo so etimi akɔju no mati chairman yemfensia na anopensem kakra bu anonom yemfeni nyina emfensi na nka me more video bi football match bi ekɔ so chairman
okay
na ball yi ekɔ so na two teams bi na ebo two teams no mo bɔ na jare e the video in the two Facebook live ye mind yesere mo Facebook no betimi ahwɛ jare video mi de ma na bɔ be anopa basis enti jare yemhwɛ ne mfa video ne mfa nto de tense football game bi na ekɔ so na mran team you no be chairman mo bobo ya na boy kudi opponent no and the defender ne bobo ne de asim obobo ya ne deflect ne kudi ne goalkeeper ho onim se goalkeeper so bobo ya sim a ono so boy na sa akodi opponent no biem ono so agebo akoni po a o se chese o tapping kakra bi abobo po no chairman
ta kwa ne si pa ne onya nga tilo ngono
na sesi akwa yi okokuro na game no course na yes Scandinavia country ho ba bi ne course na said after game na branch no kom de ye no chairman supporters ne bi mu kwa ni fie de tene se omo se sa match na course no na omo hia sa go no na mo nya 1 point their top put omo table and abo no ko bobo ni post obo no wi no sa da park no so because onim se de be si akiri no enya sempa ti video no wajare de ba to Facebook live wo ama yetie phone so etimi ahwe bi na ade abrante ne ye ne de na no de but nana poku se men kan just watch chairman nana poku a wasan dia ma as good
nana
was men kan just watch ya
okay nice one
nana poku ti monitor show no okay eno so me call baby na baby office bi am ko wuram na hopefully nyina so mo chia wo omo se ma me mo din but omo se me ba men ka che omo chia wo
me bi akoye no omo se me mo din
but omo office ne sensitive office in terms of mo din
e side bay
ewo Accra ewo Malata side ho baby
sa
ai
boko
me ko ho
sensitive office ba ho ko
mi ko ya ade kitu obu ho
okay
we are make catch off air
okay hey I'll go okay all right I show 104.5 FM yan transfer obi choice agaba bibi adadin there ya am yase yan try Champions League am not TV but and kakra bi on enrade na kakra bi so on enrade no na yem review
sure for Chelsea fans some disappointment here the score line any team the performance especially in the second half you share Chelsea against Spurs or it was virtually the same starting 11. Marcos Alonso as a right wing back with a 3-back system, but James Reese on the left, on the right, Alonso on the left, two central midfielders, Matthew Kovacic and Abrante Frenjogio, and Obo Abrante Olivier Giroud, because I'm saying no per target man. The difference between Olivier Giroud and Abrante Frenjogio, Tammy Abraham, they say Tammy Mao movement of the ball movement, but for Giroud especially say cross ni free right neighbor free Cesar Spliqueta na James Rich James side boy or a much more efficient and as a target man for big games such as this, especially the Champions League who here experience to play Olivier Giroud fits the bill perfectly well. Into your starting right away I guess in the first half Bayern team and of course let's give credit to Bayern we know near the ordinary Bundesliga since the 70s and a jogging club with the Dortmund team now and can be assured say Bayern till date were still dominant but almost share for local talent and they'll check it this time no check it competition in our Bundesliga anymore. The difference between Bayern and Leipzig or Tosumi just 1 point. In fact team Biakran will key player so Bayern will Lewandowski or Leipzig there's Timo Werner Oba Dortmund there's Haaland there's the Oba Mönchengladbach 43 points. The difference between Mönchengladbach or no Tosu na Bayern or no Wasser virtually 6 points. There's so much competition in the Bundesliga. Young players, for example, Alphonso Davids, Senior Branton, Bobo. In fact, now if before a game, no, now Bayern Padabon about 3-2 last 88th minute winner from Robert Lewandowski, or Alphonso Davids as again as a left wing back, and our boy Drozola as a right wing back. In Tine, himself or the basically 3-back system no neighbor, but Mr. Flick, Hans-Dieter Flick, former sporting director for the German national team, worked with Borussia Mönchengladbach, worked with or a high-ranking technician in the Bundesliga and in German football. Into or call back to the four defenders, no, and competition in the Bundesliga improving our team way. But of course, we are Chelsea fan, and it's all you're too worried because in terms of potency, Robert Lewandowski, so far he's gotten a good number of goals. In fact, the top 5 European leagues not only lead with the highest number of goals in all competitions. He can't shots on target. Krana Europe or ranking, second or third, 2.4 shots per on target per game. Into so prolific. And our brand friend Thomas Muller more of as a second striker. Thomas Muller and Kwan Krano was 14 assists. Yeah, can a brand back one the modern and the carrier and that's a revive ya. A brand friend Thomas Muller. And a lot of credit to Thiago Alcantara and a brand friend Joshua Kimmich. So no see controlling midfield no. Yeah, can some of the best dribblers in the Bundesliga and European footballer. Und me Thiago Alcantara from. Currently he's one of the finest central midfielders you can have in the world. 3.1 dribbles per game. In terms of even passing accuracy of 67.8. In central midfield, especially with the counter press, Chelsea for Jibona home Kekania Hondia almost sounds the Jibon free the Blues in Semno and they have a very dominant central midfield. And of course the wings of Brabrantia Freno Seg Nabri so statistics as far as dribbles, as far as even crosses in terms of proper chances created no in the Bundesliga Brabrantia were simply fantastic. You know they Kingsley Coman so a shame because Alphonso Davids as a fullback. So when there's no year Jumani year or more America or more pace, and unfortunately in the second half more targete Cesar Spliqueta, James Rees or more channel hono into either of course Andres Christensen fundamental error. I mean at this level of football on Koselpesa my player you know at that pace. More exploited today he says as Spliqueta free more now was some reverted back Chelsea reverted back to the normal form or the Coutinho Bem and one quality of this buying side in terms of final third or ball no opposition area and say no see JJ ball no Coutinho or 20 recoveries Muller or 20 recoveries. They are the top 2 players in the Bundesliga in terms of final third recoveries of ball into a total teamwork general. In fact first half Krano Thomas Muller no chances they should have buried. Chelsea were largely in the chance Krano by no baby omububoto ya no na chese hadwin more of education and I'm sure say a learning curve because Chelsea team no you can't compare this Chelsea side with a sort of quality of buying a chiron kwano a branch of mano no ya keep 8 clean sheets Pavard Jerome Boateng Alaba Kimmich all of these boys to me boy chiro to me about 3 back to me about 4 back the central midfield later cross also the Leon Goretzka Bem Ivan Perisic available because of injury but generally so buying team way no and senior Bundesliga sides no a dominating round of 16 games no we should watch out for what's in store for us from the Bundesliga and I guess technically I'm not too sure say Bibi from Kumbe to Messi was second leg nim especially at the Allianz Arena a free scoring side almost Spurs a council timu mienu inti and was say of course Chelsea also problems ne dosu so see I can say no as a trainer bekan Chelsea are conceding 49 goals in all competitions. They are not even sure who is number 1. The most expensive goal goalkeeper is on the bench. Of the even Chelsea the player means and the more demo so any grano Tamori because or pay scratcher or munina. And I'm sure saying the transfer market Chelsea will say Chelsea a show up no more pay solid centre backs wing backs on Bebois ama team the more demo to me akonanim. Well, for in a game now as a Madridista, that's where my interest is, and opposition I am Man City no.
And say Man City.
Yeah, say scoreline be tight, chairman. And yes, our scorelines ni bia 3-0 no be very, and I suspect even with Kun Aguero or Kran there, most likely say City crab to me goals, but generally City team no omo senia and that's one they na ye share ni musa anka season we no mo de ma no enya dia ye tumi enya ne sa now. Yes, UEFA suspension about some appeal na fama omo is good for them, but the other side that Pep Guardiola betumi issue and betumi gina so e dia kasa che na mrantie no in terms of psychological pep and prepping no obetumi aka che say look, possibly this could be our final Champions League season. Nti yemfa ya ho odi nyan hyem na manfo hu say we have the quality to excel. So and of course in England crowd here say Champions League ban yes CPDA now most likely to lose Pep. So we lose coach and manager say Pep there. It means that the development of players such as John Stones, Raheem Sterling, Phil Foden, you know, and you know say Mukrano Premier League no team say coaches ni bebre no krano esua baller openye friend Pep Guardiola by. So some major announcement 2 or 3 weeks ago it could be positive or negative in terms of whichever way the sort of reinforcement and I bet me about ranting to me they told me in a game the best battle between the best central midfielders in the world and Thiago Alcantara and Joshua Kimmich combination against Jorginho and Mateo Kovacic and most likely Freddy Valverde, Casemiro, Toni Kroos now up against most likely Rodri, Calvin De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva or even David Silva especially De Bruyne as the top assist in the Champions League send obey to me Edin Juma and your man obey to me ako but and son obey to me I share an answer one major decision and me person menya few hours before the game the availability of a branch friend David Silva and I say share your Facebook and for Nimbia bar you bet me the achamo the entire opinion friend Pep Guardiola most likely be drop David Silva because said David Silva crabo now said in terms of pressing himself Man City almost pressing ya dia back and so share sad game against Manchester United or Mulusu Man City lusu by 2-1 who said David Silva Nhyira on in green circles na ono and was so pressure of course Gabriel Jesus pressure branch friend Victor Lindelof and was so no cover Scott McTominay but on yes edgemano and only because in the same no and what David Silva ball ni mu perform we'll check another the second example and he said okay this is against Norwich City now David Silva was so obe pressure branch friend Bonia and also went to me and yes Emma McLean ya free in terms of the passing lanes no ya free channel e pass ball no inti no say Pep Guardiola de Bernardo Silva Calvin De Bruyne and Rodri bodia pressure be back Casemiro so but the David Silva bodia there's been an established weakness say no see press no inti ebema Casemiro nya freedom bia obetum de agina ball no so possess atumi akonanim team why your friend Man City this year nankasa no defense na ya back when so or defend the so any they've considered 0.95 goals per game last wingers and I team my friend Liverpool for sure my come here some team back man in the crab ball no Rodri again will player no crab ball so and now while not dom no air run ya fan ho it is na Federico Valverde to me you be say ya most like of course obey a lot of forward runs or to me you be say ya most likely say Real Madrid they to me results no into Rodri there was here didn't want grow kakra yeah so I was at Real Madrid for didn't want grow now most likely say obeteki so Pep Guardiola bebo 4-2-3-1 it will mean say obebo Ilkay Gundogan alongside Rodrigo and Ilkay no one Rodrigo obi who the obo 6 no not just a confusion at me abakakra and in games a branch friend of course in a 4-2-3-1 games Ilkay no Rodri abono lose to Wolverhampton Wanderers, lose to Spurs, almost also lose to Norwich. Yan check your branch friend Ekai Gundogan also send your Sidney Juma. Or your player Bia. In fact, in the game against Liverpool, no, on your 54/57 in terms of pass accuracy. That's 95%. But a more 11% per and the corner. Okay, so this is the space. Say inverted fullbacks no. So we on my say omo kwako come midfielders no one. A player between abeda hono no. Inti eneno I was saying neno obo Gareth Bale. Na because Fernandinho to me and Marky Benzema and some Marky space there was ono. A point back bia Real Madrid for bet me a day afaso. And that's one tactical smart plan as a Zidane Eyusua. You bet me a result or Benabao. Now to opinion friend Gundogan. Now Gundogan basically waste the ball or no passing in chain or no the to into so no so to me boy it means your midfielders need to be pressing the kakrabia yeah sabe to me akabo no now say of course Gundogan you see him walking Gundogan because say solid central of course solid central midfielder but Juma was a Pep Guardiola money you know what say the assistance so on you know I was so no pressing Fabinho original into Becca Alisson at the ball Bema Fabinho now Fabinho initiate attack so we have to pray say na David Silva bebo Kelvin De Bruyne David Silva bebo Ikai Gundogan so bebo near to me controlling midfield no but say ade back on Man City for so betumi anya free ho a goalkeeper you can Alice that's Edison Morales so no in Pempi ni sense on Alisson Becker near peno or no to me pass ball okay this is Ikai Gundogan the next one so or no to me pass ball no so this Barcelona so Real Madrid ni Barcelona Marc-Andre ter Stegen in the crab ball no Real Madrid form press in fact pressing and you don't press the goalkeeper into that pressing center backs na said no more realist person or chance on born and no person how Real Madrid there'll be a lot of space between most likely Benzema, Gareth Bale, Isco any central midfielders no into hono and a branch friend Kelvin De Bruyne and normally Bernardo Silva no betumi abegina no magic ball no so this was a straight pass from ter Stegen to De Jong into who check baby at De Jong nyina egina now check baby at ter Stegen gina these sort of quality passes e ya dey betumi ahadwe obetumi taking a long obetumi ball long balls
okay
so we share way so
and some movement
yes movement no what's that
okay it's ever live on Facebook images na go
yeah so you see Mendy and Carvajal omo no abo mani me dey Messi we said this Barcelona Messi be twin or the Ramos na bass ya e dey plan be dan finfini o Casemiro be konachi na kwa back three into to me ball long ball ni ma Aguero obenya ball around the center circle that's a good chance and a good opportunity to exploit but basically the biggest threat apart from Sergio Kun Aguero Brantia friend Calvin okay so Real Madrid weakness bakusunye and it was established in the game against Atletico. Mpempi no Ramos ni referee ni ho say dabi or center back into ya no person of one Mendy no into say onya Aguero between Varane and Ramos problem aba ama team with friend Real Madrid they have to be very very careful especially see against Celta Vigo say na Celta Vigo 40 kanu and was up and you know or share because Ramos positioning and say no and yet the biggest threat for Real Madrid is Kelvin De Bruyne and adia back one Kelvin De Bruyne yes oye Obia Bejano. Oh, ni true pass.
The other way now, as a setup, no. Omo 9 players.
Oh, defend the camera. The structure is good.
The structure is good.
Yes, but the pass, the funnel. You see, what guy is overlapping? It was just say the will be see a ball no. Calvin De Bruyne at the end no. I was say yeah onya 1 week injured because yeah nyane sa Abrantia no behind. Of course Man City for boy very high line. Omu defenders no ball many into say Real Madrid lose long balls now. Ebetumi abua. Man City for so onya dey counter attack into the game against United, Mashane Lingard Nekuomo. The game against Spurs, it was Son Min-heung, Dele Ali, and Lucas Moura. Against Wolverhampton Wanderers, it was Diego Jota, Adama Traore, and Johnny Castro. And the game against Liverpool, the Obiani, say Mo Salah, Sadio Mane. That's why I want Bale to play. Bale is a player for these big games. I was say Bale near to me exploit the wings me now yet to me acquire him. For Man City, there are a lot of wing play, Mahrez, Umbeya, but
my prediction.
Chama City for be dominating. That's what I suspect. I mean, person because you a central midfielder. But of course, I'm confident. Man City will score. Me say Aguero at the back. Besa Kayen. I mean, go 2-1
for Real Madrid.
Yes, for Real Madrid. 2-1.
Okay. All right. Bismarck also been paying Yala Enra. So you know.
Yeah.
So commenting. Already Chelsea for the hopes. Missing go for any Chelsea ni Marco. I do Fabrice Kaku was say Enra Mama Yamian discussing for it. Chelsea losing to Messi discussing for it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are discussing for it.
Discussing for it. We are throughout. But then also our Champions League, our Man City, Real Madrid. Come on, that's a big one. And we are near Yankee discussing. And now Dr. Che, the audio there, but also Matthias say, and go for say I Yanni and any board first. And I'm for Benjamin Waha, the Indian day. The next show said the Bobby's as obedience and training. If I go to training the business as no do judge money, no go bed more for you. But on your training, they are pardon, my pardon, Baco. But that is your Juma, said, is it? No, and until they do level, be no do status be a 7 years over customer. Because you never know who is watching, who is listening, who is recording you. Even though say, you're ready to say, means oh yeah, they don't be recorded. No, for us as the media people, I mean, it's a huge scoop.
Yeah.
I mean, that it is what it is. Young Koso, and not Chelsea for no.
Yes, yeah.
Chelsea need be a tier one to travel the Okuno.
Sir.
Me say no omuti na eyongo for edu ebi so me wan so me chip na omuko alliance ayi na ona eh mama chua de o say any omo no 10-2
Arsenal
bezo bezo de 10-2 ba Arsenal 10-2 ne be ba no team Arsenal 10-2 ne be ba no nyeni mo ba mo be share 3 mo be ko so mu 2 ne obi a okay ano mu delay no ye ko pressure man just go say yes no be 10-2 Tottenham was like 10-2 dividends now. Yeah. Chelsea for the one like about 10. Because they say send them go for near some Bruno. Yo. Chelsea team no team okay.
I think that almost let you more down in the second half.
Yo.
And the weapon and Bayern winning now. Second half on the pine died. Say and I messed up my analysis and make I say Lampard be call it in a 3-back system now. The danger in that 3-back system is a Kingsley Coman and Sergio Abrimo. Say Omunya exploit or wing backs in a space that they will kill you. And that was a wonderful story for Alphonso Davies. Say when Alphonso Davies, parents civil war no Liberia. Amoka refugees are Ghana for a job.
I know. Bujumbura, yes.
Camp. Ntihoni no. You know refugee.
And now even the commentator saying that born in a refugee camp in Ghana.
Yeah.
It's your fans kakra.
Of course. At age 5, and Omuko Canada.
We also got dada. No nanko your man be bomaga. Son was here.
Oh yes, not son or Wakunya so Obama.
Say uncle dada. What chat video
at age 5 now called Canada, and now he's 19 years. And now on the performance, and I saw Manchester Evening News for journalists that much say Amuma Branton be trials for her and Oman fan and buy an opportunity and not give no boy and was super. A cow the headers of David Alaba, a left back for Team FN Bayern Munich. And you can't blame Chelsea too much, especially second half now Bayern boy, you know. Look, this season, one of the best performing players at Chelsea is James. And it's already second half now. He was being drawn from position from Abanti and Alphonso Davies. And the Alphonso Davies Jibona, not or what's so bad. Rhys James has said yes, Omar Branton and buy into the final third of Team FN Chelsea. But the pace was too much for him. And to about offer hope. Now Rhys James became. Rhys James never came so there. And there was Antonio Rudiger, because on so cover, echo cover for second born. Near Pierre now Lewandowski, now born here, Omoka show man. And it's all here. All the 3 goals are by and shading, you know, where space is not that laterals, because they were playing the 3-back system. Just behind them, stretch the defense,
no about through pass no na Sergi na be a finish then Lewandowski ede ne dey can home. I think say utie Lampard post match as some can say a lesson bi a almost see the hard way. And in the Champions League obetimi abo a very very fantastic first half, but the second half no concentration levels must be the same. And a small details, and a bit more loose game, And yes, and conformably due to say Bayern team in terms of personnel, in terms of competition, yeah, they know more players are matured or more throw on a platform like this, based Champions League. Thiago Cantara maba, Thomas Muller maba, Robert Lewandowski maba, David Alaba maba, Jeremiah Jenny Boateng maba. And it's understandable. It's when you need a little details, maybe big a crabby abeya. Or the best yourself experience you opposition, no. Of course, Bayern HRS Ampa or more character than Team FN Chelsea Football Club. But is it a dead end for Chelsea? May I sure say in the second leg, Chelsea standing any chance our Alliance Arena so make me qualify. They can just go for pride, no matter what fight it, but they can't really turn around this scoreline against Team FN Bayern.
May I sure that Chelsea for go mad dream who go tell you around. Omunya kura na gai omuka je iwe fa na iwe mumma komma fe yo
kokra anko
ore go yo fa fontia se zo de ball komunya kompenta ba komma ko bo na omu ti anye yi no mu ko so no man ko ni ya go bono.
I think said the biggest winner our Bayern Munich and no resource no Hans Flick yakwa say was making a case for himself, so as a substantive coach for Team FN Bayern. And since Bayern is all about the little fundamentals, and look, the German dimension system, and more be flamboyant, just let us be effective. And I think right, the second half of Bayern, we could see that they are effective, and that is simple German football, very very effective. And Adiabakwa. Though you see sometimes situation betoa o compromise ya it may advantage now. Look, advantage friend David Alaba ne passing accuracy I ne or the center back and my Bayern move Bayern team a movement and so some transition very very swift on your bona because Austria or boss and midfielder. About buying a ball as a left back, sir. Into the pass and any attacking instant, and then they all work as a central defender because Lucas Hernandez and your match fit for a game. Everything say and the way are now now. Everything worked for Team FN Bayern, especially in the second half. And Chelsea just couldn't compete in the second half now. Almost taking advantage. A hard lesson. Look, Lampard is a Rocky. Or this environment on coaching any team at the Champions League level that this is the first season. Into Obesia no mabi every moon kakra and then where third go no coin and or cotton no can and so. And okay, I should take a game as a lesson video be a measure. Na me how make me improve as a coach. And then I'm sure say or learning the lessons from that game.
Also, even Arsenal fans are alive and you want Chelsea fans to go kill themselves because we lost the Bayern. Okay, Pinto boy from Esori. Man say was just Pinto with that message, then answer I'm to be added to what to say? Dennis da Silva Santos Jr. Or say Man City 3, Real Madrid 1.
Wow. I think Gattuso tactics or the right game no right.
Napoli
yes.
Napoli should have won that game. Okay, that last chance a ball it's a save.
Yeah, it was
a save.
It was a save, but I think Napoli did a lot of things right. So I say game now. My imagine say Umtiti ni Piqué omuhu. Yes, I'm not best start to transition, but you just leave them. Sabonu kutomo, I don't press. But the moment of one about Busquets, yes, there are Mertens, Fabian Ruiz, close him down. Say, close him down, then it pushes Diago Deme, and you have friend Petro Zielinski, and so Abomanim. And the Ata Jibona, you go on him. Frankie de Jong Jibona, you go on him. Ivan Rakitic Jibona, you go on him. And defending blocks, Mario Ruiz. And making sure say there's any space for Barca to exploit our more left wing corner. Abanti friend do Lorenzo and make sure say baby Antoine Griezmann enam every right horn or no subenya chance bia an access space Maximovic and Constance Manolas Munche ye say born ebe first central defense area honkwadia space beyond that and Messi between 1-2 just close him down. And Enra, you could see say Napoli were very, very disciplined tactically. And on why you imagine say team no baby baby Calihon any singing dano. Let's find them quick. Near more counter attack, and one of those moves and at Des Mertens exquisite finish. Or Kelly Bona about Orefano, Mark Andre Testegen, and Timia Young. But in the course of the game, Tamo Mekaya DB Vicente Del Boss I can say me after one of the heroes Spain for winning or say she game na Busquets but say Busquets game ni na and then man of the match no GN and then me surprise she pass no the man branch FNS in Semedo and that is the reason why but miss Barcelona you just don't need to lose concentration one space opening pa. Now, Brent F. Busquets the pass na shim for Nelson Semedo or square ball na Abrante F. Antoine Griezmann and finish here. And the moment Barcelona enya equalizer no, they knew said they must slow the tempo and take the tie back to Camp Nou, especially when this weekend or more team friend Real Madrid about Munim Sene Madrid about team friend Manchester City. And the game no about Santiago Bernabeu the Chamo. A very exciting tactically two teams on mope attacking football. A very how we see Casemiro, Nejuma Ben Obetimedi on Kevin De Bruyne. Yes, Fernand Mendy is the new sensation when it comes to left back Ebono. But Obey very, very conscious because a very Real Mahrez never ball on a cheek into one team called an Imbebre. Yes, me no Cabrera just say David Silva in Nisa spark no, especially without the ball to defend. And to me, I saw Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne never ball. What did anymore? On also be added a sort of some work rate bi mfimfi Luka Modric mo Ernesto Valverde mo and Toni Kroos mo beka say look Champions League has been a tournament a shiny wom and this is Real Madrid anya hwekwan we must beat Man City with Fianzani at Barcelona over the weekend. Very, very exciting. And say Brazil for enya kunya to settle the debate between Fernandinho and Abrante Ferre Casemiro, who is the perfect holding midfielder because Fernandinho ever as a centre back. Exciting game. For new trust that we want to see goals. Onya Man City ni onya Real Madrid ni a otenechira obese omumienu obi a build attacker more passes come and omunche goals na nke betima wie game 2-2 3-2 na wa oni age but those omoye involved with omoye emotions no more support they will want to see their team win. I think the goal for both teams will be the surest bet but obetima she be brave Park no so na be chire mo.
Okay, I ensure 104.5 Yemrefie the Champions League no big games inti now see all those games new how our teams no obia ahobabo ne obia chances and so it's it here but the idea no be good no well as I say Ghana Football Association every president catch all the workers say obia is from now is obia suit to work no
more costume allowance now.
And even from minimum to platforms. Yeah, say 18,000 Ghana cedi. I mean Lamte. Abia or the two platform so before the be mamena. Say 18,000 Ghana cedi for the FA General Secretary. The salary no. That's some good money, man. Okay.
The last time before FA Hono is a big man.
Yeah.
Prosper Harris Nadu.
Yeah. The last time FA Hono. Yeah. Say he runs the show.
Yeah, on the running beach.
Of course, I mean he's the CEO of the place. Yeah. And he's a nice guy too.
Yes. So much money FA.
Aye.
Much money FA.
I mean laptop or case. Ebia so or case chechi ma metina se ba me read the piece na me I don't see the case he's making.
The case he's making is it is too much. For an association that is saying Oniska,
how do you
struggling financially?
How do you the point basically 200% increments from the last general.
Because I'm saying that general secretary Alexander Santi acting position not 7,000, right? No 7,000 people must say
7,000 FA president.
Every president is 7,000.
7,000.
That's a president ni PO. the personal assistant. Yes,
that's 7,000.
Yes, no money. What money ding? In a piece of money, Paco. Was in the PA, as in the personal assistant, and I just 7,000. I don't know.
I move with the son and your percent. When I say with the first I said go shadow level.
I mean shadow.
I'm shadow side. But I say the thing is I'm say Obi I say no suit. Wear suit and come to work.
In fact, working environment not some. But
I know them near my yard unless but I'm pay means be. For instance, some suits your amateur Ghana Football Association. Some better for means be maybe work be a 2 beer.
Yeah.
But then you suit so that when you get there, on say yes. I think
that the only point is strong, mommy. If you read a piece from Amil Lamten, say minimal as an association, the higher decision making body of Congress, you know. A task to say the pay structure of the workers of the FA must be decided by Congress. And I say, I will see a general secretary say, I will see a FA president allowances, certain allowances in this animal.
I think so. I think so. I'm proposing. I think the committee in the back Congress, not Congress, I approve because it's an association. Mm-hmm. Even though it's limited by guarantee in the Bibiano, association, and the members at your affiliation, the association belongs to its members. It's only now should one way or the other have a say in that. In Zambia, come propose okay. There is a new structure. Maybe if you know, you have the position of the general secretary will be advertised. Near interviews, near qualified person. I have fun a Juma. If you have 18,000, said you're okay. I just 18,000. Where you have to say, but you have to say. Congress, you know, never going to say, there be because association is 7 brothers and you get there.
But you see, baby, I'm one limitation with the thinking of Amil Lamten and say, me really status nina on the provision of Ansama okay. But cemetery channels and reading there, you know. Acquire F any first or appoint to general secretary, you know. The truth of the matter, and say, and for Congress, the processes, no. You advertise it. Na ya son so. Na wako interview. Uko interviewer. The decision say ya jatu no is at the level of the executive council. And we are sure say in any corporate environment, you know, so what advertising for position no be bar. Next any person in receive in bar. In the interview for the job, any salary beba, any packages beba, I will interview and say, okay, you man also open. Also what this qualification in the you man. Also say you chow car or any better. The person proposes since company say, oh yes, you hear books more saying that you bet me chow. Then it becomes a discussion. A part of the requirement of the interview is you Nasa ye nyanko for 3 or more position now. Now when so beg say, Nasa saying you bet me chow. It goes into the final decision on who we settle as the general secretary. And the processes, you know, never involve Congress as to who becomes the general secretary of the FA. So, then we are sure say the appointment comes with Sikawasi Chieni Pakro, and it ends at the corridors of the executive council. Now, anything for you to determine from outside, say FNU was can also Muniska. But there's one thing for sure. Your position is now Prosper Harrison, Ekuta. And most of these institutions, big institutions, you know, Chamo, and no one you determine CEO, the salary, the CV, any CEO on a target in terms of Sika or no back company.
Yes, of course.
Sano money you determine. But Shawsha Prosper Harrison, for him to resign from MTN compliance office, for him to dedicate his life to run the day-to-day affair of the FA Secretariat, that means 18 years at the bar, and then many also practice it. The lawyer no cry ye because of this position. So we just have no money to work. That's what class of a full-time CEO for the Ghana Football Association. I'm telling you, the second begging will be in the region of 18,000 now original. But say if for now executive council for Mark Adwa in charge of the finance, and no to say if any are capable to pay that amount of money. Oh, one chair, for you to raise a huge issue. Unless say in the running of the FA no omo other workers na come di omo yentimi nti omo ka other stakeholders of the FA sika o say di mo yemfa mo then you can say oh say wontimi nti referees ka wontimi nti wo other workers ka wontimi nti wo drivers ka wontimi nyewe dia and nti na wotam sika pudu we e dey come agena secretary. I think so until that happens to determine
yes meeting in fact I think about a check but some of the workers in a barbon thing to meet because we are secretary a bit upset I am here now and these are my laws. You abide by them or you leave.
As in payment or payment now.
Dress code. No. Okay. Someone hear me who meet him and they say, it would be nice to have such an environment.
Absolutely.
I saw banks and also me now be suited. 7 brothers, 7 you. What do you say today? 7 you say, oh, you're crowd is on the answer. So I say, oh, wait, I'm going to master channel. What I say because we suit the crutching, so it could not be in your head say crutching. That is how he wants to strike that, and I think that okay. That's in terms of 7 players to leave.
In terms of the payments, I was here finding out general secretaries of member associations no send Omoji.
There is all kinds of things.
No, what's it? The
general secretary of the English FA,
George, maybe there's a standard. 18,000 they are converted to dollars. And there's a general standard for general secretaries for member associations. So maybe I was also checking other associations, Ghana Medical Association, whatever. Oh yes, general secretary and CEO. Into also there's a certain standard. Maybe among first 18,000 man say the man.
But it's about his CV. He was a compliance manager for MTN. It is somebody like that. So or bar, it means that also
he has to fall under a certain standard. As our standard, no, me sure say free Ghana. He's picked it from somewhere where general secretaries are well paid, well resourced, and are powerful. Maybe FA no budget here approved by Congress no be raise questions, and of course I'm sure say FA no so no source of income ni. So but you never know, maybe FIFA crowd discover ba obi anya we lot of funds grants I suspect this payment is in line with member associations such as Egypt, Algeria and Nigeria, or person or drum or person or the general secretary in the course level. At the end of the day, let's wait and see. But
okay, well, yeah. I don't know. Ghana Football Association, none about just also allowances, referees allowances, no matter be near. I checks with the referees. Almost say I'm checking from the accounts and hitting there. So much and there. Na bank transfer will take 3 working days. It's here hoping that Sadia no with regards to that. They are back on the console 7 players on Babe of Ludi Omo. Asante Kodoko. Kodoko 7 players be quit the NHS and 20 never because 2 to become that's what I want. And with regards to Kodoko's transfer policy, is there a policy at all? Yes. So when you say video. Obi the enra na me obi uko chairman or player we say sign masa. Sign no me yanam do obi aba empese sign. Yam do obi aba empese sign. Ni ma sign no ko. Ani so some so chairman we do head. So what is stopping Kodoko from having to be a sporting director?
You are too experienced. So what do Kotoko? There are 2 examples, and now can have it mensa there, right? Into the basis and answer the premise for Mkoma Yedi and say, oh, I am a Kotoko chairman Unimbo. Into on chairman who say, go there. The left no bit me about 3 bit about to chairman Unimbo. Need so ska. And or expectation can confirm did you made in a show and a bit to be the players, Papa. Now can see kana o yato players no or copac so oh says kaya o kasa me fantakwe akwe buy a boy or born kama. There are 2 examples. And now you share the story of Herbert Mensah say obaye no sa kofa player back or born trucker. And now see look okay minimum enti go for you bume but anya we kra no obi say dokona etwase let's happen anya we kra no Ghana ha talent bebre okrom hey say ye flow bi man ko bo national team dia there's a likelihood say the pakoni more say the pakoni national team player there's a go wom me onim coach ni sa ewom but ubenduru ho no na quality bi wo mu a nti Herbert then resort and say okay if in there come transfer policy will be around only national team players so me who so national team ni dia me here management member kwa so baka say me beto once you are playing for the national team then I know say you are good Dr. Sapombaye sa ebumense mo be year recruitment troka 5 billion na ko oti ni na je say okopak no so say hey we want to be 5 billion at me I was say me hwe ni ye what did he do I want to feel oti akentemu and our friend Osam those days no wafa may he so rest in perfect peace. Now so look Momo there you have been in the system for a very very long time player bien who Ghana ha mumu nim no and Jeffrey na komesramo I will fall on you in bringing me the best players. And since then, the players of Marco Toko, Michael Okufu, Yafrempong, Nafiu, a lot of quality players from Wafa. Omube Shemwa Kotoko started getting the results. And there has been examples, and sometimes you know, any other Bonikano institutional memory. Oh, a chairman now ba, Onimbomu, Obia can grant you that. But it takes few years for you to learn your lessons quick. No, we say I do ready. Man, fan to her. Man, chimney, man, pejabo na nko chimney. I do we are man, mommy. Some sort of balance beer. Meko so we sike gua. Enti mi say, Kotoko even in those days of Herbert money, keke sapomo. Omo try a document of Kotoko recruitment policy, but at least they had a way around it. Energy more. I saw their recruitment policy on paper, and the recruitment policy was that one, every Kotoko player must not be above the age of 23. And Omajunu Punyane said, Blasters, we saw the Kotoko players who could Blasters, the heading. But any requirement, so your Kotoko player and Quadia. You must play at the level like a bit more local blasters, a bit more under 23, a bit more under 20. And to get Rebino, Kotoko players Nina, and you require 90% to be local blasters under 23, under 20, under 17 players. And until say, oh, you play and I say, Omo Kotoaba. You know, the Kotoko team, they are only looking for national team materials. It is a place in the camper. See, if a player who local blasters come for, they will use their players to lure them and bring them. And see, it was also around the national team players and in the Herbert Mensah. But an idiot. And see, the excuse of Chaman Chain Nimbo, no. I just said for the number of years, the 4th year moon away. Young Timmy man is excuse Nibim. I was how you be found. Yes, only be found. And also by this time, also you be found. Now, so to me, you can say, okay, Mabumiate. And to me, it is either I'll look for independent scouts. Nobody may near to say, exactly, they will get me quality players. And I say, so, Mako Herbert Mensah Stanibi, only a certain player mentor Makotoko.
Nezi Kotokonomundo, I'm to free. I know free, I know a foul. Oh, I know to go
independent scout or not Kotoko. Kotoko Ebenezer Sefa
Kojeben
Eben oh the reports be brave by
and I day
oh say no ebeba no nya nko na wo di aba on wenti nipa no doso
that's got no doso
there be say obi a ni say ni o si ben opanyin no
there's all cast be ni nipa doso or the bar ni nipa bi on be ben say we di onya de
sa bi sa on na akwa
we dey empano
anka ne papa mu no ansana for example Abrante William Opoku Mensah na wo say Kotoko nya ne scouting report papa our bobo match 10 matches. You know his strength, you know his weakness. the value then or the bad team or a standard player the complete scouting report complete. Yeah, 2 pages, 3 pages. We across 60 to 70 pages on a single player. But I'm saying, yeah, acquire brefie. Na I say I can't fear. It's paper and casano, crata no manosono, yempe. Chepe crata no ma, anka abegi. Adingra. Richard Data. Anodidi. Agents ne buy no. Ono na sem odena no beka and he said the whole Ghana Anodidi nim 6 botcha obia. No bia so agiatum. You can say, now I pay video be 3 seconds videos bear for. No ye baby a boy ni ye skills ye. We track. No I de I
never been a dingra or minimum or catch your muye. No ma sign. I've been signing no go training. Now go to Boma not to be contrasted. Daniel cancel some concept. There's no team, proper team your best idea.
So you see
ever catch the play we put money ball and no one finds okay but sign. Okay, everybody back on as the
whole Ghana obia nim 6 bonche Anodidi.
No I'm saying.
And the fan. And look, unfortunately, no, obi say Justice Blake. Some guy Justice Blake crab justify your inclusion. Justice Blake because almost uncle catch in fact Justice Blake a protocol player and recommended Justice Blake my doctor. So doc boy we no. And
that thing it works so unim say
no man they know their colleagues who are good
first look at the players between that and the young players and then crazy na Messi munyom no go is a player
inti doc catch a boy and say bebo inti NC cap no and a boy in church and pony bobo na koye loan dealer branch the buy but guess no can you kai the baby the last time bobo William Opoku Mensa so call broche no obobo so amobo ono so aba oba edun date oba Johnson Smith currently the Karela squad no so aba ya Isaac Kwan de de call aduana no so ono so tete o sa na oje 1 year and ono so bo na minim say siki akono koye no anka mpuntu obeba de nim inti Maxwell crowd dey big man achesanka o Maxwell say sia akotoko 33 players 33 Real Madrid mo kwa mo saka no ni chips akese o mo sika o mo tua yie no o mo sign sa Patrick Yeboah
how many competitions? 2
Patrick Yeboah akotena nkran so no kwa abrochiri Patrick Yeboah no akotena Ivan Sowusu Wahab Augustine Sefa munyira tifie watena fie ba bo so me ba kon o mo ball ba ko kra I don't know say recruitment na bi mu de yie
that clearly be good year.
Chairman, I didn't was say scientific kakra. You declare that a branch your obey. Kotokono bet me abo. Ya please be quiet, sign your one on medicals. Obu engineer who pass so near recommending. Oba 2-3 matches no pra. Obian say player injury player. And so near ton. And there was scouting report any injuries ni matches our message. The number of days or 10 fear you should know. As a proper and
unim and you say be able to see a corner maybe a breach style but you learn from good practices because clearly he's looking like even pen negotiations a bit deficient because you name himself Victorian Adebayo Asante go gonna call him first wafu Niger or the Niger who say for the buy and call him my point is that's a Kotoko player Nantalize a player. They say blue, Kotokoni Intalize. As if you tell you Kotokoni Intalize. Intalize in a player, Kotokonia. In terms of finances, all the Kotoko be changed Intalize.
Maybe your player next Kasem.
Aha, in terms of, and the American sometimes, the only idea no Kokraka who. The only idea no they performing player no Kreka who. It is sometimes it be said you okay about Coach Ben. Coach Ben, there's not a single previous player he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He knows every player.
But Maso also knows so yeah.
Matthias, Maso also knows but I didn't say, oh, near go for players was I didn't grab. No ma sign. Or continue from 2 women who's on me mono say, hey, that near young council contract. Almost work for a biggie. abeg aba afọ bo mu hwe na am so da bi bra e be twa contract na kokrom oh anu we aba e be to go just can you so my point is that can there be a doctor it's okay maybe first sporting director and now say be want to be an official crowd somebody who you virtually become more like a consultant. Our tell baby you consult the person on some of these things. Nanya sa wo fi a na about dog good afternoon play away can no Kaila no you know you good pa
wow Rebecca just for training
you good pa we oba goals we shego you be kura ni Yakuba tian stand because has open as good for open eduana for open on the way attach no okay no o sa nti e ben den na abranje say over say na eti abanje no so a musician edo na bow so a carpenter edo na bow no mo ko sign eti my point is that I want say policy kakra so the only policy no kra na ono so ye nya so mbeku no nya za doctor chodi ko 10 years so machine dey train na
is it chamo
is it can the doors when Sunday but
has if Kim Grant no so almost say no your first team coach and also your technical director in Japan say Ghanaian clubs in Nisika I'm going to be high technical director no matter first team coach me sure say obi say maso kunedu untimi nka position in bomu mano he's too experienced to be the first team coach and the technical director of the club
na maso no go for William Wang
that is the problem and na me ba so no say maso labor kotoko no
na maso mo go 10 against
adia e drag maso ne contract on kotoko be sign and he said he had doubts about the management style of kotoko. No, him said there were a lot of things. And here you need to cover more. A bit of man fairly. And still, and go and say, oh, he talked to management people now. Because of you, and you for his respect and any pedigree. No, you be no maybe if you can man and send a bit to me a stamping authority. A damn problem I what and say since I'm master buyer. The master I mean him so ordinary 90 from no able to take some decisions. You know, or yama kotoko system na crepono. And I don't know when you know. Sisia, he's the only person Dr. Kwame Chei when it comes to say recommendation of a player. So I we na say William Opoku men someone these players
here. Three players
na so ono so ne trust now Dr. Wo ni mun echo for more. Then enoma be jiagu.
Okay, Hamza, many they are sorry. Hamza is opposition here say.
Ashanti Regional Circus Council organizer.
Organizer, okay, good. Now, most circles more as in
there was some kind of say we want our recognition back.
That's a recognition. Well,
Mr. Betmisa, so they now
no, no, second and only seconds.
So, you award you once or more about or no. Senka policy say Kayako, Yerian revision, Tia Conkai, and Kobeba, no second at Nancy. Eh, Sisi almost on Bay renovation. Now, Kamuji say he found the
national chairman.
May organize a match anti regional circus council. Me womb, more national name. They make a matter say, okay, Bibia San Coso.
It's not all share as national chairman and
National Circus Council, Ashanti Region Circle Chairman, Greater Accra Chairman, Brunafo Chairman, baby a babois, Asante Kotoko Timina, and Nayetimi, a triple supporters in alcohol. And yes, Nipa Bakupe was a made team in conquering. Democrat say, Mr. Betmensa, Nana Bantamani, Bafo Manquetia, Missy, or call local circles. Local circles you will notice chapter circle 4. Obetin will notice 171 Bushing, will know her. No, we win what's some bar regional circles council. You look what you want to chimney in pay for. No, Bishia, Cecilia, Pessia, ye say, most of my dreams is a mutake, they say.
That's the first number to me, Congress, our National House of Chiefs. Some yard of touching more friend over. You and also one day about no be a boy relationship.
So what per se we are successful relationship with the circles and I say supporters leadership no e matapa ya we nya support we nya bibia e ma wo hoto dentina ye ko Accra and I say ye bibi na supporters ye factor yen
na yɛn hwɛ sɛ nka supporters pompo aka saa recruitment yi a mo ka ho asɛm nka bi anka ɛnkɔba saa because supporters in there so say supporters mo hwɛ ball ɔmo so yɛnim players ni bi na sɛ yɛ kɔba sɛ the team ni kɔ ha yɛ say any decision bi a matter kotoko na yɛ nya supporters leadership mo a na yɛ no sɛ na me
am anytime but ebi a me say ebi a awia na sɛ ɔkyena ɔbɛba me yɛ design komo no. There are a lot of factors Emma Samana Okano. So because of better, oh, sure say a fake Christopher Damania Cia on the liar. As now the same thing, Obeka.
Oh, dear, Mintina, Miss Abahami.
Oh, some people say,
yes.
Damania so F. Said the Ophelia, your man consulting.
No consultation.
Oh, okay, then that's another matter.
No, but more problem. Even if they consulted Damania, I don't think it should end there. When you are a little bit broader, young lady say it is not just about Santiago. You say Warriors,
I think
Faithfuls. What you do is that you mix the Kotoko family.
Yes, I Cooper.
Oh, all players. Mix all the organs. Maybe I say maybe a dream. Young and try to dream. You say the Kotoko supporters no. Muna move all the what they wouldn't go for stadium because they say they lose money. He na mo dream say ebi so oboase no ebi a open no chese no oboase the my dream say no much them never am okay fine never quite ebi eventually you all agree on the same akra but recognition I don't know so very important recognition about the devil is you didn't come and then make I there was another example I got to go over match got never go to go to AS police ana have friends and job for that time time I do me Batemu